Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to walk you guys through sometimes what a rewards day can look like for me. Kind of how I guess base my trading around what I'm trying to accomplish on rewards days, things like that. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a thumbs up. I know that some of you guys are looking for ways to make coins during team of the season, and hopefully this can help you guys. So yesterday I made a lot of coins because what I did was I bought Bundesliga team of the seasons on Monday and Tuesday at prices that I really liked, and a lot of people have been panic buying them when the guarantee comes out and they don't get who they want. So I did that this week. That worked really well. And then what I did was yesterday, I invested for flips on Thursday, right? I've been doing this for a couple of years now, where you sell cards that are out of packs or super in demand in packs on Thursdays because they rise with the coins coming into the game. So I've tried this out and I haven't looked at anything so far. Really haven't looked at much of the market, but I kind of want to walk you guys through the diversity in my buys and the reason why I bought certain stuff. It's not really a video to flex, but it's more to help some of you guys understand why certain cards rise some days and why certain cards don't rise. Some weeks you'll see me going for a little bit more ballsy buys. Other weeks you'll see me going for more normal buys. So again, if the video helps you in any way, guys, a thumbs up is appreciated. So I bought 3 Team of the Year Ravos. He went down a lot with Tellez, and really he didn't rebound today, right? He's not up. So he's not a great example of doing well on a Thursday, right? He's not up because of Tellez and I think a couple other variables, right? So he's kind of a bust. I bought a Prime Seedorf, guys, at 310. Now, the reason why I like Seedorf is I've seen him rise most Thursdays. He's a super in-demand card, super linkable to a couple of the team of the seasons. And yesterday he was 330. In general, he was 330. And I was able to pick him up at 310. So he's a good Thursday flip. And now we will see him selling close to 360. We're going to sell him at 357. The tax here is 17.5K. So Seedorf is going to make me 30K just because I understood the market and really navigated it properly. Rio Ferdinand the last 4 weekends has gone up like 80K a weekend. Now you guys can see here that he's got a ton of overnights at 410 to 417. So for the next couple hours, he's not going to get over this price. I can tell you that 100%. But he is currently at 390, about 400. So if we list at 395, we make 20K. Now, Toni Cruz. This is why I should have bought more of these guys, but I bought a couple of the German La Liga team of the seasons because I thought that people would make teams with German teams, right? So they would link recently a team of the season players in these teams. So it looks like Toni Cruz is actually up really nicely. We're going to have to go ahead and check Flippin. He was 185 yesterday. And right now he's 215K. So Toni Cruz is up a lot. And that makes sense to me, right? That's about 30,000 coins, close to it at least. Just from reading. Now, this is a knowledge thing, right? This is like, okay, everybody's getting German players today. Why would Toni Cruz go up? And that was why I thought he was going to go up. I basically thought that this guy was going to be a guy that people were building teams around and things like that. So obviously, it worked out. It worked out pretty damn well. So we'll take that, boys. That is another W. And then if we look at Ter Stegen, he's another big one. I bought him at 157. He's 200K. So I thought that people might pack Hummels as well today, and it looks like I was right. I wish I had bought more of Ter Stegen. I had a really big feeling that Ter Stegen was going to rise just way too much today. I thought Ter Stegen was going to go up a lot today, guys. So it is good to see that we were at least right with Ter Stegen. I thought he was going to go up today. Now, I bought Santi Cazorla as well, and I bought him at 157. He's a guy that's been doing really well just kind of throughout the weeks recently. This is a little bit of a safer one. He looks like he's only about 175. Now, what you guys can see right away is I'm trying to pull up a tab on Flippin to help all of us here because I want to show you guys something. But what you guys can see right away is I'm not listing my cards for the cheapest. That's a very important like kind of thing to do on Thursdays. You guys never want to list your cards for the cheapest on Thursdays because on Thursdays, what you're getting, guys, is usually a market that's continuing to rise, right? So if you're in a market that's continuing to do well, if you're listing cards at their cheapest, you're being really stupid because the cards are going to keep rising all day. Why would you list them at their cheapest? Now, Lewandowski, guys, his team of the season is practically unpackable. So I really thought that his informs were going to do well this week. They were already really inflated by the time that I had looked at them yesterday, but I felt like they were going to keep doing well. So I bought a Lewandowski at 255 yesterday. And from what okay, so he's at 300K right now. So these are flips, guys, that I'm basing them around the team of the season players and kind of team building. Lewandowski hit 170 yesterday, and then after the guarantee last night, he dropped back down again to like 155 to 160. So I was like, okay, this is my chance to go for it. It looks like he's back up at 180 again. Because we have a CDM and a couple weird positions on him, we're going to list him for a little bit higher. The blue Lewandowski here, I don't know if this one is up a lot because this one was kind of reaching a peak, but we're going to list them up at like 114, 115. I don't know if that's going to be fully up. This one has a Hunter, so we want to make sure that we list them a little higher. Again, you guys can see those profits aren't huge. There's nothing crazy about those profits. Now, Virgil Van Dijk, always a very meta player. Always a guy that I like to see going up on Thursdays. Didn't really know if he was going to do that well with Bundesliga. He's still about 425K, but a guy nonetheless that really rises almost every weekend. So I think at this price, we could still make 15,000 coins. This Guilherme was a guy that dropped with a guaranteed SBC yesterday and was super rare. Now, I had a feeling that he might go up because there's a couple Brazilian Liga NOS players, and I think people are just going to use him anyways. So I think I bought 2 or 3 at 99K. Which is a W. He already looks like he's back to 130, so that's a huge rise on that card. Antoine Griezmann, we bought him at 160K. I felt like people would still build a couple La Liga teams, and he is back up at 190K. So the profits today are looking absolutely phenomenal, man. He's back up at 197K. We also have a Hunter and a Cam on him, so we're going to want to make sure we don't list them too cheap. If you guys always have those added position changes and things like that, never list your cards as the cheapest. There's always some added value to come with those. Mane, road to the final, a rare card. Not really up right now, right? 325, and I bought him at 304. So sometimes you could either lazy list or you could wait to list. Now, Son, very meta FUT Champs player, a guy that goes up most weekends. We bought him at 212, and it looks like he's about 250 to 240. So I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to list as the cheapest. You guys can see as I'm listing, there's not a ton of sales coming in, and that's important. You do not want that. Now, Ben Yedder. This is a player that I lazy list every week. Even if the guy isn't up a ton, I always go ahead and I lazy list Ben Yedder. I don't know why, but for some reason, Ben Yedder sells on lazies a lot. I don't know. I don't have an exact reason for you. He just does. Coutinho, guys, this is one that I'm really interested to see if this one up. Now, he has an SBC out, but it's very expensive, and I think people are building Bundesliga teams, and I thought a central version of Coutinho could go up a lot today. So let's kind of check on this. He's 120, so he's not up that much. We have a center mid and a Hunter on ours, so we'll list ours at like 119. We've got another version of Ben Yedder here. This version of Ben Yedder seems to be up a lot. He's about 190K. So again, we're going to take our time. Because he's 190K, what's the rush? What are we in a rush for? Why are we going to panic or overlist the card? We don't need to overlist the card. There's no freaking reason to. So we're just going to go ahead. We've got a bunch of these. We bought these guys. These Ben Yedders guys were bought during the guaranteed SBC yesterday. That's always a very good time to buy cards, guys. During the guaranteed SBC is always a time when people sell their cards to go ahead and be able to fund the guaranteed SBC. So I always look to buy those Ben Yedders and rewards cards that day. Now we've got an Alaba here. Now I bought this card because I felt like Davies was not really going to drop today and people weren't going to get him in reds. He is actually down today. So he's a guy that did not work. I thought he would work. And unfortunately, he's actually down today. So that's what happens. Sometimes you buy a couple things that are a bust, and it just didn't work out, right? And that happens, guys. You got to be okay with that. If you're investing for Thursdays or the weekends, you need to be okay with the thought that there might be something that might not work. Now, we bought this Wendell, and I thought that he would do well because he was Brazilian and a Bundesliga left back. So I thought he would be able to hybrid things. He is actually up to 60,000 coins. So he is up a lot. He is still high. Say Maximin usually is a player like Ben Yedder that does well most weeks. So there's a couple players that you guys could probably start to identify as like super reliable flips, man. Guys that kind of just do well week in and week out. He would be one of them. I bought Gold Royce, guys. I don't know if Gold Royce is up. I thought out of packs and maybe for people's interest he might rise. And he's not. He's only 34K, so this didn't work. I bought a bunch of these at 38 and it just didn't work. I also bought a ton of Suns. I don't know if Sun is still meta, man. I don't know if people still use him. And I don't think they do. He's only 39K. So we're going to get out of Sun. So a couple of these guys that we tried to go for today just didn't work. And that's kind of how Thursdays work, guys. You're never going to have everything work. And that's why you got to try a ton of things. So things that worked for me this week was icons. And I think particularly Bundesliga stuff. I think when we look at what worked and what didn't work, those are the things that looked like they really worked this week. So we're going to list up our Suns here. And then we also have to list up Royce in a bit as well. I want to make sure I list up Royce a bit because I think Royce is going to probably keep dropping if he dropped today. So we want to make sure we get out of that before it gets ugly. Now, we have 5 sales already. The Suns are selling. We've got Lewandowski, 2 Lewandowski sales, which means that he is hot today. He is selling. The Suns are selling, which allows us more space. So if we go over to the watch list, we also have a couple cards in the watch list. Now, Mariano was an investment we made last week. You guys can see that. But we've got more cards in the watch list. So, guys, during the guaranteed SBC yesterday, I did buy 3 Lionel Messis. He dropped a ton yesterday, as people were probably selling him to do the guarantee. So I bought him at 327. He's back up at 350. So that's good. That's a win. So we're going to list up our Messis. We're going to list up these, probably not for lazies, but just a little bit on the, like, hoping for a trend. And what I mean by that is that we're going to just list them up at, like, 358 because Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Gold, these types of cards trend a lot. So you never want to list them at their lowest. Here's a couple cool things that we tried out. We tried to get a couple Balaks this week because I thought that people would build German teams. So I went for a couple Michael Balaks. He went from 300K to 370. So he's up 70,000 coins a card. And the cool thing about mid-icons right now is mid-icons are out of packs. So this Balak is not available in packs right now, which is a big deal. It means that their rise potential is a lot higher than other cards because they're just not packable. So if the demand is there, they're going to most likely soar out of packs. Due to the nature that people want to buy them and they're not available in packs. So that's kind of how it goes. We've got Hugo Sanchez here, who's 139K. So these low budget icons that are out of packs do well really every week. So if you don't really know what to go for these guys. This Hugo Sanchez went from 109 to 135, and that's 20,000 coins a card. So that's really nice. That's a really nice sale. And then we also, as you guys saw, we've got that Miroslav Klose. I also went for this guy, thinking that maybe people would build German teams, and it looks like they definitely are. He's gone from 141 to 160. Now we don't really have too much space left in the club. I think we have, or sorry, on the transfer list, we've only got like I think 3 more spots left. Okay, Tony Cruz just sold at 220, so that's a huge win on the sale. Now what we're gonna do is we've got 4 spots left, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look in our club, and we're gonna see what we picked up. Those are obviously our rewards. If you didn't see that video, that was this morning. So we've got some prime icons, some more icons that we've put into the club. Late last night, Cannavaro was really low. This guy has been 420, 430. I thought he was going to go up 30K today, and I was able to get him really cheap last night. So I picked him up at a nice price of 399. So we're going to be looking at a 470 sale is the hope. With him, we've got a Shevchenko here that we bought at 119. He is up at 140. So icons are killing it today. Icons are literally killing it, which is good to see. And then I don't know if we have more spots available. We have 2 more spots available. We bought a Zanetti at 208. Okay, I hate when my transfer list does this. It's so annoying. But yeah, let's take a look and see what other cards we have in the club. We've got some Lucas Moura's. Let's take a look at this Ronald Koeman. We bought him at 253. He's only 280. So sometimes if I have a player that's not up a ton and I want to try to maximize profit, I'll always wait a little bit longer. Zola has gone from 235 to 280. So we're going to take that money because that is great money on Zola. Thank you for coming. And all these coins, guys, some of you guys may say, Nick, why are you still trading? These are for the upgrade packs, man. This is why I trade, man. These are for us to enjoy and for us to hopefully get some more packs, man, right? This is like coins coming in plus the weekly reward. So it's in a way, it's a big W, man. We've got these cards already listed, so we don't want to double list those. Let's take a look at Brandt, man. Brandt's an interesting card. Brandt is a card that we thought might continue to go up. I don't think he's actually up. I thought he might go up today a little bit more, but I don't think he did. We've got a Van Basten here. So he has gone from 130 to 155, so we're going to take that money. That is some good money there. So we'll list him up at 157. Thank you for coming. And then do I have another transfer spot available? I don't. So yeah, that's a little bit of that's kind of how I trade for Thursdays, guys. I do a variety of pickups, but I also look for certain trends and certain links with players, and I feel like doing it this way is always a way on Thursdays to kind of secure some really nice profit if you're trading around the possibility of knowing that some things are going to go up because of the league and things like that. I like trading this way, so I think it's always a big win. Guys, if you enjoyed the video today, a thumbs up is appreciated. If you guys want to see more trading content, more stuff like that, just let me know because I can provide it for you guys. You guys just got to let me know if you guys do indeed want to see it because I'm doing it a bit more these days. So yeah, if you guys would like to see it. Let's take a look at Prime Hugo Sanchez before we end the video. 355. And he is up at 410. Holy crap, man. Hugo Sanchez, man, has crazy demand on foot. It is literally nuts to see the amount of times I see this card going up. Thank you guys for watching the video today. I appreciate it. I'll see you dudes soon. Peace out. Peace.